Hello all, this is Halloween, and if you love cemeteries and haunted places as much as I do, you may want to subscribe because I'm going to be taking you somewhere new every week. Today we're headed across the puddle over into the Bradenton area to visit the Major Adams Cemetery. Now I read online that somebody went and it was closed with a no trespassing sign. That's not always a problem for us, so fingers crossed we can get into it. It's a historic cemetery, established in the 1880s, I believe, and a very historic pioneer cemetery, so I'm excited to see it. Enjoy. We're here at Madison's City Grill in Bradenton at the Bradenton Riverwalk. Gonna go in and get a bite to eat. I am outside the fence of the Major Adams Cemetery here in Bradenton, Florida. And it looks like it's locked and there's no trespassing signs all the way around it, which really sucks. But I kind of knew that before I came, but it's an old cemetery. I think this land was donated as a burial grounds, and I want to say it was 1882. And it's super old. A lot of the pioneers of Bradenton are buried here, including Major Adams himself. I wrote all kinds of notes on it and I left them on my desk at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around the perimeter and try and get as many photographs as I can and read as many memorials as I can. But it's going to be hard to do from the outside. And I do see across the way a historic marker, so I'll catch that too and read it, so we get a little feel of the cemetery and its history. You can just see all the really neat historic markers, and it's right on a busy street actually, but I just got these little muff things for my receiver for the GoPro, and I'm just kind of testing it out to see if it works today because the wind sometimes is so bad. It's not super windy today, but there is some wind, some breeze. Look at this. Look at that style. A burial. That's so cool. See that middle one? It's like twice as wide. So it's either, it could be a husband and wife or a double burial of some kind, or just a bigger person. But this being such an old cemetery, back in the day people were a lot smaller, so I'm thinking maybe it's a double burial right there in the middle. They have these over here, which obviously have been painted white. It's really well kept. It sucks that we can't get in, but I'm gonna try. My husband's on the other side. It doesn't look like he's found a way in. We got a Cleveland Williams here, Bessie Adams, H.S. Williams, and a Francis Williams. So the Williams family are probably pioneers of the area. There's a really cool monument right in the middle. I bet that's Major Adams, but it sucks that I can't get in. I'm gonna try and zoom it on my camera to take a picture of it. Here is the historic marker, and it says, this plot was donated by Major Alden Joseph Adams to the village of Manatee in 1892 to be used as a burying ground forever. It was first called New Cemetery. Members of pioneer families are interred here. The property is now owned by the city of Bradenton. Major Adams moved into this area in 1876, and his home site was on the Manatee River a few blocks northeast of here. Unfortunately, we never did find a way in. It is in fact locked. It has a pretty high fence that looks like if you landed on it wrong, it could really hurt. So yeah, it's just not worth it, and there's kind of cops driving all around here. I'm sure it's about a $500 fine for trespassing. So we didn't get into this one, but it's unfortunate because you can see it's very, very beautiful, super historic, all really old headstones. I don't think they're still entering here. It's just unfortunate. This happens a lot of times because of vandalism or loitering, people coming in and you know, just leaving trash behind. Transients and things of that nature might come in because it looks like well, it is a safe place. You're not going to be bothered by anyone, you know, but they'll leave their trash behind, and some people will use it as a dumping grounds, you know. So finally they had to put up a no loitering signs and no trespassing and lock it up. And it's closed off to the general public, so I guess if you wanted to, you could risk climbing the fence, but we just weren't going to do that today. It's kind of on a busy road, and we've seen a few cop cars already going by, so oh well. But it is still a very beautiful cemetery if you just wanted to stop by and just take a look at it. It's freaking awesome. I wish I could get in. We're headed to the truck now. We're gonna get out of here. Unfortunately, that does it for this cemetery. I'll see you at the next one. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I know we couldn't get into the cemetery, and that kind of sucks, but I just wanted, you know, if I'm going out to these places and I'm showing you the cemetery at least, then you will know that it's closed, and you know, if you want to check it out, you can. You still can see a lot of it. You just can't get up real close, obviously, to the headstones because it's locked up and no trespassing and all of that. But you can still see how pretty it is. And it's probably about a city block. Like the perimeter is about a city block, maybe. It's not real big, so you can walk around the whole thing. But anyway, that does it for today's episode. If you haven't already, please remember to like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'll see you next time.